Hello and welcome to Saturday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic on a beautiful day here in the UK. It is springtime, I think. I think we can call it now. And we're going to celebrate by having a look at a puzzle called Exclusive by NurglesGift. And I have never done a NurglesGift puzzle before. Mark's done a few on the channel, but this is my first by NurglesGift. But it does have a rule set I absolutely love. It's this one where you can't repeat a digit on a constraint. So, for example, in this puzzle, you can see there are 4 different 10 cages, and they would all have to have different digits. The arrows would have to have different digits on them. So I think it's such a lovely additional kicker in terms of rules, and apparently this is brilliant, so I'm looking forward to having a go. I think it's quite tricky though. Somebody said it was 4 stars in one of the recommendations, so well, we'll see. We won't know. There's a knight's move as well, which I will no doubt forget, but we'll read the rules together and have a go at Exclusive by NurglesGift in a moment or two's time. A couple of things to mention before we kick off and do some solving. Let me just trot through those. We're streaming on Monday evening at 10 p.m. UK time. As usual, we're going back to the Blueprints mansion, so we'd love to have your company for that. If you're free, we did do a bonus stream this week, the Artisan of Glimmith, the VOD for that, there it is. We did that on Thursday evening, and the VOD for that is available if you didn't manage to join us during the stream itself. Very, very good game, actually. A lot of fun, and one I certainly intend to return to, if not on a stream, but in sort of my private gaming time. Not that there is a great deal of that nowadays. Other than that, what else can we talk about? We should say that the closing date has now passed for this month's competition. So this was Blobs' indexing Sudoku hunt. The closing date was yesterday. Shall we see what the final tally was? So you had to do all 12 puzzles to be in with a chance of winning the competition. We had 918. And now, oh no, it didn't go up by that much. 933. There were 1,000 people solved puzzle 10. Oh, that's so harsh. So 67 people got through puzzle 10, but not through puzzles 11 and 12. Oh dear, I feel slightly bad about that, but well done to everybody who's taken part. I mean, it's astonishing numbers, isn't it? Just incredible number of solves. Well done to Blobs as well for setting a hunt that so many people could engage with, and we will draw the winner soon. That tends to be Mark's job. Mark now understands how to generate random numbers better than I do, and he uses those to pick the winner somehow. But we'll be in touch. Well, we'll announce the winner and be in touch with them shortly, and hopefully they might be interested in coming onto the channel to solve a puzzle. What else? Birthdays. Let me look at my list of birthdays. We'll start off by wishing Elliot a very happy 13th birthday. Elliot, you sound like a remarkable young man to me. Your dad Peter wrote to me and said it was your birthday today and that you were becoming a teenager. But then he explained all the things that you do, and I was sort of, that's pretty amazing for somebody who's only turning 13. I know that you're very good at the piano, you're great at maths, and you're also a qualified scuba diver. That's extraordinary. And good luck to both of you on your next cruise. I think that there's, I believe there was a bit of a hiccup on your cruise in February, but I'm sure the next cruise will go more swimmingly. And Elliot, many happy returns. I hope the chocolate cake is truly excellent. Slightly older than Elliot, but not by a great deal, is Liv. Liv has turned 18 today. Many congratulations. That is also a milestone birthday, isn't it? And I love the fact that Liv has found that cracking the cryptic means she spends less time doom scrolling, and she feels that's a good thing. I think that's a good thing too. I am very guilty of that myself, and I do think something is happening to attention spans generally, And I am not sure that is good for people. This is me getting on my high horse. No, I'm not sure it is. I think especially when we're in learning mode, it's good for us to be able to concentrate. And these puzzles, they certainly make me concentrate. So anyway, Liv, many happy returns on your 18th birthday. I hope you find some well-iced chocolate cake. And then finally, Samuel. Samuel, it's your birthday today. And Samuel described cracking the cryptic as having warmed his winter, which is, that is also a lovely thing to say. So Samuel, thank you for saying that. I hope you have a great birthday, and I hope your chocolate cake is also very, very well iced. That's all the news. Shall we have a go at doing a puzzle together? The rules of Exclusive by NurglesGift. Sorry, my voice is still a bit weak following my cold. But the rules of this one are as follows. So we've got normal Sudoku rules applying. So we're going to have to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Separated is what it says in mine. Digits. Okay, so cells separated by a knight's move in chess cannot contain the same digit. So let's say that this green digit here, this digit is now green. Obviously, a chess knight could move to all of those orange cells, and therefore none of these orange cells could contain the same digit as the green cell. Even though Sudoku would allow these two digits to be the same, because of this knight's move constraint, that would not be permitted in this puzzle. And Maverick's about to fly over, so apologies if there's a little bit of aeroplane noise in the background. Cells connected by an X must sum to 10. So these two sum to 10. So if this was 1, this could be 9. That would be totally fine. Or 2, 8, 3, 7, 4, 6, etc. Cells connected by a V must sum to 5. So, for example, 1, 4, or 2, 3. Either of those options is going to work for those. Digits in a cage sum to the number in the top left corner of the cage, and all the cages sum to 10. So they're going to, right, so they're a bit like X's, aren't they? They're going to have the same mathematical property. Digits on an arrow sum to the digit in that arrow's circle. So if this was 1 and, if this was 1 and this was 2, that would be 3, because 1 plus 2 is 3. Now, digits on thermometers must increase from the bulb end. So if this digit was a 2, this would have to be at least a 3. It doesn't have to be 3. You can miss digits out on thermometers. That's absolutely fine, although that wouldn't work now because the X would break, because this would need to be a 2. But from a thermometer perspective, 2, 5, 8 would be absolutely fine. Now, here's this interesting rule. Any constraint type cannot have a repeated digit in the puzzle. So, e.g., if a cage contained a 1, so let's say this digit was a 1, then no other cage cell could contain a 1. So not just Sudoku, not just those two, none of them could contain a 1. So it's a really interesting idea, this. And we've done some brilliant puzzles with this rule set. I am a big fan of it. Do have a go yourselves. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now, I get to play. Let's get cracking. I mean, the first thing I'm noticing here, which might be a bizarre thing, but I'm going to say it, is that there are 9 thermometer cells. So that's sort of an extra region of the puzzle, isn't it? Those digits have to be the digits 1 to 9. So actually, maybe that is relevant, because if we okay, I know very few secrets about thermometers in Sudoku, but I do know that 1 could only ever go in a bulb, so one of those cells has to be a 1. And 9 can only go in a tip, so one of these cells has to be a 9. And okay, here's another thought. I don't think these thoughts are doing me any good, but I'm just going to mention it. Those 3 digits are obviously the digits that are missing in row 5, because we know that row 5 contains the digits 1 to 9, and we know the thermometers contain the digits 1 to 9. So sort of those three have to be in there somewhere. I don't know. I don't think there's anything I can do with that, but it does make me wonder about something like set logic. I know those three and those three are the same, and there's a Knight's Move constraint. I don't know. I'm not getting very far with this. Shall we just pencil mark the V's then? The V's are either 1, 4 or 2, 3, and we know that these are all different, don't we? Because we can't repeat a digit on a V. So this cell, which is in a 10 cage, the way I think about dominoes that sum to 10 is entirely driven by Sudokus that I've done in the past. And I think about a 10 domino as being a low digit, i.e. a digit from 1, 2, 3 and 4, and a high digit, i.e. a digit from 6, 7, 8, 9. So this cell here, that sees all 4 low digits. So that must be a 6, 7, 8, 9. And this is a 1, 2, 3, 4. And that digit has to appear in that domino down there, because we know, in fact I might colour it, that digit has to be one of these 4 digits, because they're all different on the V's, so it's one of those two, which means it's one of those two, which means it can't be this one because of the Knight's Move constraint. Sorry, I didn't explain that, but that's what I was seeing. Golly, I don't know. Which X is the purple? Which X? One of the X's, there are 4 X's, is going to have to contain the purple low digit. And it's not that one. And it's not that one, actually, because purple is in there and it's in column 9 already, so it can't be in either of those. Now, could it be... It could be in that one. I think it can be in this one as well. So the purple low digit is in one of those 4 cells. Exactly one of those 4 cells. Oh, so that means that digit is also in one of those 4 cells. The singer, there's no even the Knight's Move does not give us permission for there to be communication between all those 4 cells. Even if it was a Tigger bounce, it might reach. Okay, it might reach it then, but it definitely doesn't with the Knight's Move constraint. Oh, it's going to be something about where. Okay, which 10 cage contains that digit? It's not that one, but it could be this one, couldn't it? Or it could be that one. Oh, here's a different point altogether. Let's give this a second colour. Let's make that blue. So here there is a blue low digit, and that blue low digit doesn't go in that 10 cage because of the Knight's Move constraint. Because if this was blue, not only would this not be able to be blue because of Sudoku, but the Knight's Move would take this cell to here, wouldn't it? So the blue digit couldn't go in either of those, and that logic is exactly analogous if we look at that cell and make that cell a blue digit. So, if that one was blue, that would have to contain the blue digit. Because this one couldn't, that one couldn't because it's got the purple digit, and that one couldn't. So if that's blue, that's got the blue digit. But if that's blue, again, I don't think we know. Oh, wow, I actually don't see what I have to... hang on. What about this X then? So this... Okay, let's make those... Let's give those to a colour. These are 2 low digits. One's Actually, maybe I could just specify. Yeah, I don't have to. Well, I could just make one of them green, couldn't I? Make one of them green and one of them lime green. There, I've done it. Now, what has that one got on it? And the answer is it hasn't got. It must have a low digit because again, it's a 10 domino, and it doesn't have purple or blue on it, so it does have one of the greens on it. It's quite difficult for this to be a green because it would be the third digit on a thermometer. But it's not impossible, but it's just difficult. I don't know. Is that the pencil mark I have to make there? That's just lunacy. I'm not doing it. No, there must be something easier than this. This is. I'm just not spotting some interaction, I think. But what? No, that doesn't work. I was gonna say that digit can't be green at all, but it could be high. That's the problem. I'm so sorry. I can't see it at all here. No, I think what I was about to say. Oh no, that isn't. Okay. Right. Let's look at this. That domino. Now that has to be the same domino as a 10 cage. So let's just imagine this was 2-8 for a moment. This couldn't be 2-8, obviously it's in the same box. This couldn't be 2-8 because this could be neither 2 nor 8. And this couldn't be 2-8 because it would clash here with whichever this was of 2 or 8. So that one is the same as that one, and therefore it's got the purple in it. But it's got that one as well. Let's give that a colour. So this is purple red in some order. Now, oh, my phone's buzzing at me. I don't know what that means. Oh, bobbins, I don't know. Oh, no, that doesn't work. Oh, right. Here is an interesting point. I could have got this right at the start. Never thought about this at all. That cell has to find a home on the thermometers. The thermometers are one of every digit. So where is the red digit on thermometers? It's not in that one, and it can't be in any of those because of the Knight's move constraint. So that digit is on that thermometer, which would mean a lot if it was that one. But if it was that one, it wouldn't. But obviously, if it's the bulb, then these would have to be very high, and that couldn't be a 9. Oh, botheration. That digit is hang on. That digit is a bit restricted in box 7. Because that digit can't go in its own row, but it also can't repeat on an X, so it can't go there, and it can't go there by Knight's move, and it can't go there, because if this digit and this digit were the same, this digit would be a 0 to make the arrow work. So that digit, it can't go in there by Knight's move. So that digit is in one of those two. So if it was purple, that would be purple, that would be purple. All your purples would be, well, not all of them, but some of them would be determined. Purple would be in one of those. Purple would be in one of those. Purple would get propagated quite far, but this could be red. Okay, but what about that one? That still can't go there, actually, because of the knight's move. So that one also can't go there. It can't go on the X. It would appear on 2 X's. But it could go there. Bother. Right, this one can go there. I didn't spot that. Okay, but it can't go there because we know these 2 digits have already appeared in a 10 cage. So those digits are in those 3 squares. Unfortunately, it's not quite good enough, is it? It would have been lovely if well, it would still be lovely if I knew that was purple. Yeah. Okay, well that's there is something there then. Because let me just double check that this is true. This is true. How could that be purple? If that's purple, you can't put a purple in box 7, I don't think, because if that's purple by knight's move, this is purple and this is purple. And that purple sees that cell by knight's move, and that purple sees the bottom 2 rows, so you couldn't put purple in the box. So that is not purple. That is purple. And there, that's huge. That is huge because that's not a massive digit. Right, look at this digit. It's the 3rd cell on a thermo. So it can't be a 1 or a 2. So purple is 3 or 4. And this cell is 2, 3 or 4. Not 4, obviously. Oh, that's love. I see what that's doing. Hang on. Look at this. This digit is beautiful. Because that digit, it has to be below 3 or 4 and above 1 because it's not the bulb. So it's a 2 or a 3, but that's looking at this V. Oh, that's gorgeous. So purple blue is 1, 4 and double green is 2, 3. And now I get purple. Purple is 4. So red is 6. So this is a 4, 6 pair. So 6 is now 6 is one of these 3 because we worked that out before. This is definitely a green digit. I don't know which green digit. And this digit, that digit might also be green. It depends. Oh, hang on. Right. This domino, this X domino here needs a low digit on it. That now has to be a 2 or a 3. So this is a 2 or a 3, and then they're going to add up to 10 with a 7 or an 8. Now this can't be a 2. Which might matter. Well, actually, I can do better than that. If this digit was a 3, this thermometer would be 3, 2, 1, wouldn't it? And this cell couldn't exist because you can't repeat a digit on a thermometer. So that is high. This is low. So that's green of some sort. Oh, and that's 7 or 8, so that's less good. And we know, remember these 3 go in those 3 cells. In fact, I might. Oh, is this profligate to do this? No, I'm going to try and just remember those 3 go in there, I think. Oh, that's okay. Where's 9? Where's 9 on the thermometers? It can't be in the tip of this one, and we've just proved it's not in the tip of that one. So it is that one. So that is not red. That is 9. Now, what does that do? I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay, I've got something here. This X is determined, isn't it? That's lovely. What sort of X can this be? And the crucial thing I've just realised is that this 2, 3 can't appear on this X, and neither can this one. This one's obvious because it's in the same box. That one's less obvious, but the knight's move means it just can't appear. So this X has not got 2 or 3 on it. It's also not got 4, so it is 1, 9. And therefore this is a 2, and that's a 3, and that's a 2, and that's an 8. And now 9 in box 5 is not on the, well, it's, actually it could never have been on the tip of the arrow because of, well, because it couldn't, because then this would have been a double-digit number. So 9 is in one of 2 places. Now, could 9 really be in this cell? I think actually it could, couldn't it? Oh, hang on. I've just seen I can get that digit. 9, 1. It's done it. That's done it. I think this is probably going to be a 1. Look where 1 is in this box. 1 by Sudoku is in one of those 3 cells, and it can't be here by knight's move, so it's on the thermometer, which means it must go in the bulb. So now we know that there is a 1 in one of these 3 cells. And we know there's an 8 in one of these cells from this, because we know this thermometer is being duplicated in these 3. So can that be 8, 2? Oh, I tell you what I'm getting confused with in my head, and that is that I've got X's, and then separately I've got 10 cages. And obviously I can't repeat digits within X's, right, X's. So that's 3, 7. Sorry, that's totally obvious. I just hadn't seen that. Because we've had 4, 6 on an X, we've had 2, 8, we've had 1, 9. So that is 3, 7. Now, the 10 cages, I've only had 4, 6. This can't be 1, 9 because it would clash with the 1 here. So 1, 9 is either there or there. Now, it really looks like it's going to be here. But could it be here? If it's here, this is 1 and this is 9. So that would be 9. And 9 would be up there. Don't know. It might be okay. Bobbins. I don't know. Right. Where should we look next? What about this column? What have we not put in there? 5 and 7. Can I do some Sudoku somehow? Is there something clever I'm meant to be doing that? 9 in this box? Can't go there, and it can't go midway along a thermo, so 9's in one of 2 places in box 3. Oh, hang on, I know 4 and 6 live in those cells, don't I? Because I've actually got this as 4 and 6 now, so 4 and 6 are in those cells. So 6, where's 6 in column 3? I don't know, but it's got to be in that top domino, look, just by Sudoku. It can't be there, and it can't be here. Oh dear, I don't know what that's doing. Okay, this 10 domino, it can't be 3, 7, because that can't be 3. And it can't be 4, 6. So it's either 2, 8 or 1, 9. I'm going to pencil mark that. 2, 8 or 1, 9. Now, if it was 1, 9, we know the order it would be in. And if it's 2, 8, I don't know what that does really. What's this arrow doing? We've got to put at least a 2 into this cell. It can't have 1 on it. So that's at least a 2, and we're adding that to at least 4. So this is at least a 6, but it can't be 6, and it also can't be 7. And it can't, that's 8. That's huge, actually. I'm just going to double check that, because that felt surprising. So this digit definitely, yeah, you can't repeat the 1 on the bulb. So the 1 is in one of those. So this is at least 2. 2 plus 4 is 6. This can't be 6, 7, or 9. That is 8. Now that can't be 8, and there can't be 8 on that arrow. So, oh, lovely. If this was 4, this would also be 4, but it would clash there by the knight's move. So that's 6, that's 4, that's 2, which means this isn't 6. And 6 was the red digit, wasn't it? And 4 was the purple digit. Now, so that's not red anymore. So red is definitely in these, which means red is definitely in one of those 2 cells. I should actually keep using my red colouring if I'm going to have it in the puzzle at all. Now, this can't be 8, so that, well, this 8 means this can't be 8, so that can't be 2. So this is 8 or 9. And, oh, it must be so close to doing something. That digit in this box, one of 3 positions. 2 in the box, is that restricted? It nearly is. Oh, yeah, 2 is more restricted, isn't it? Because 2 sees these 2 by knight's move and those 2 in the column. So 2 is in one of those cells, which means, oh, sorry, I see. Hang on, I've got the 2, 3 sorted out. So 3 was lime and 2 was dark green. So 2 is in one of these 2 cells in box 1. It can't be here because of the knight's move. 3. Oh, bother. I think 3 could go here or in one of those 2. So we could get a 3 in the corner. 3 in... Oh, wait. Have we had a 3-7-X? I know we've... Oh, we've had... No, I mean, we've had a 3-7-X. Have we had a 3-7-10? No. So hang on. Is it to do with where 3 is? 3 is in one of those 2 cells in box 5. So 3 is in one of these 3 cells in box 8. So hang on. That's rather beautiful. If this was 3, then 3 couldn't be there in box 8 and would have to be in the cage, but then we'd have 2 3s in the cage. So that doesn't work. So this is 3, and 3 is lime, which means 3 is in one of those 2 by Sudoku. Again, it can't go here because of the knight's move. No, hang on, it's there, because I ignored my 3-7 pair, which I didn't see. So 3... Well, 3 can't be in these 2 cells by knight's move trickery. So 3 is right there, which means that cell is lime. This cell is now the 6. Which does get me, that can't be 6 by Sudoku, that can't be 6 by knight's move, so this is 6. And perhaps, actually I shouldn't say anything. Yeah, 6 is now here in box 5 because we've got the 6 in one of these 2 cells. So I must have virtually done all my 6s. How do we sort out the remaining 6s? I've got 6 in one of those 2. So they're in this pattern and this pattern. But I don't think any 6 knight's moves are going to sort that out for me. But here we go. Now, this 10 domino can't be 3, 7, 4, 6 or 2, 8. So it is 1, 9. So that should be a good thing. Did we have we didn't have colours for 1s and 9s. Oh, bother. Okay. So if this is a 10 domino, that is 10 cage. This has to be a different 10 cage. So that's 2, that's 8, which means this is 2. That plonks 3 in here now. So this is 3, 7. I really hope I haven't got that already. No, I haven't. I have got 3, 7 on an X, but not in a cage. Right, okay, so what else do we need in here? We need to put 1 and 9 into these cells, and this cell's a 5, I think. So we can use that. Well, I don't know. Now we get a 4, 7 pair at the top of column 4, which means 1 has only one place to go in box 2, which means I've got a 1, 2 pair, look, in box. Oh, hang on. Right, that's big. Because this 1, 2, 3, how does this arrow work now? It's got to be 4, 5, adding up to 9. That's the only way it can work. But that's, oh, thank goodness. I've got 2, 6, and 8 on this one. And I don't have a repeat, so that is legitimate. 9, 4, 5. 9, right, where is 9 in box 7? Because it can't go here because of the knight's move. So it's shunted down into this domino, look. But now those cells are the digits 4, 6, and 9. Because they've all been pushed into that little triumvirate. So these digits are 1 and something. Oh, this is good. This is a good. We can do a trick. 1 and... No. What is it? 1 and 3. No. 1 and 5. Oh, we don't need to do a trick. Okay, I'll still tell you my trick. My trick is that this 1 pencil mark here stops this being a 1, because if it was a 1, you couldn't put a 1 in either of those positions because of the knight's move. But we actually have the 5 here helping us out as well and stopping this being a 5. So we had 2 ways to know that it was going to resolve in that order. Now that 5, look, that's giving me a 7 and a 5. And that 7 is giving me a 7 and a 3. And that 7 is giving me a 7 and a 3. So we have a very good chance of a 3 in the corner in one of these boxes now, I think. And what are those 2 digits? Are they an 8, 9 pair? I think they are. By Sudoku, look. So we can now say, where's 8 in box 6? And use exactly this trick we did with 1s. If either of these was 8, you couldn't put 8 into those 2 positions. So we know the 8 must go here. And that means that's 8 and that's 9. And now that's a 9 in the corner. So we've removed the 3 possibility. What do we need here? 3, 5, 7. So this is 5 or 7. Let's put all the options in. We know actually. Oh, hang on. Oh, that's lovely. Look, we've got 3 on a thermo already. So it can't repeat on that thermo. So this is 3. Oh, no. That's completely kiboshed my ability to put 3 in the corner, though. Oh, dear. Okay, well, never mind. This is a 2, 6 pair, and we can do it. It's just forced, isn't it? So that makes that one 6. That one's not red. That one is red. That one is red. That one is not red. And in this box, we've not put 7 in. And that sort of makes sense with our 5, 7 pair up there. In the corner down here, we do have a 5. This 6 is knocking a 6 out of there. Can't quite... Oh, this 1 is doing some work. So 1 and 2 get placed. We can delete the 1 here. This is a 2. I don't think I've fully... fully coloured all the 2 possibilities that we could have coloured. So I'll just try and put that right quickly. 2 is in one. No, that's good. So this is a 2. Just Sudoku helping us out there. And that looks like all the 2s are finished. 9 has to come out of that cell by Sudoku. This 9 reaches in here by knight's move, so that's 1, that's 9, that's 4, that's 1. So this is now a 9, and this is a 4-6 pair in that corner, which was my original colouring for this domino. So yeah, that's quite tricky actually. Where's 4 in column 3? It can't be there because of this 4-5 pencil mark, and it can't be here by knight's move, so it's there, and that reaches back in there, so that's 5, that's 4, that's 4, that's 7. These squares are 5, 8, 9, so we can do that. 9, 8, 5. That gets me my 5 and my 7. I think we're actually on the home straight here. This is a 7, 8 pair. I can do it. Where's 8 in this box? It's got to be there, which gets us the 1. Now, this was a 1, 7, 8 triple, so this has been 1, 7, 8 for ages. So that could have been filled in a long time ago if I'd thought, or if I'd considered it really. This row needs a 7, and if Sudoku is not 4, 6, we might not even need Sudoku to help us. That's a 5. So does this work? Yeah, I think it does. I've messed up my colouring a bit, so let me just put that right. That's definitely a 6, isn't it? So I do have 9 6s in the grid, and they look correctly coloured. I didn't colour my 1s, which is remiss. I could colour more 4s. And my 3s should be coloured much more diligently. So 5s, 7s, 8s, 9s didn't need to be coloured in the puzzle. But everything else, I think we have coloured. Let's see, is it correct? Yes. Absolutely brilliant puzzle. It's quite old, actually. Two months old. But NurglesGift, I love that rule set. And when it's done as well and as elegantly as that, it was something to do with this thing down here and not being able to put a digit in that box. That was lovely. Absolutely lovely. Very, very enjoyable indeed. Let me know in the comments how you got on with it. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind, and we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.